Now I'll be using Spark stream processing to process streaming data from Eventstream. And the reason that I wanted to show you the stream processing using Spark, because this is the real deal. In most of the cases, in fact, in almost all the cases, you'll be using Spark stream processing only. Irrespective of the data platform that you use, Spark will be used as batch and stream processing both. Now, if you do not know Spark, you can enroll for this course, Spark plus Kafka plus more. And here I have talked about Spark at length. There are approximately 16 projects here. And you see the number of videos that I have here is 362. And the total duration is 73 hours. Now you can imagine the depth that I have gone into to discuss the Spark batch processing and stream processing. And in stream processing, I have used Kafka only. That is the only streaming platform that I have used. So please go ahead and enroll for this course, and it would be very much beneficial if you are planning to learn course. And visit www.3am.in to enroll for this course. Now, as Spark is the real deal, we need to work with Spark. We need to know how to write Spark code in Fabric data platform. We have already seen PySpark notebook. We have also seen Spark job definition, but in both the cases, we had used them for batch processing. And Fabric notebook can only be used for batch processing, but we can use Spark job definition for stream processing also. We cannot use Fabric notebook for stream processing, by the way. So how we can use Spark with Event Stream? This is how the architecture is, right? So we have our Python application which will send data as if it was streaming data by reading records from the file. Then it will send it to Event Stream. And from Event Stream, we'll be reading the records and processing them using Spark structured streaming or PySpark streaming. But the difference here is that we'll have to use custom application. There is no direct integration with Spark job definition, so we'll have to use the custom application that you have used for Python source also. And then let's say we do some processing using Spark. Of course, we'll be doing a lot of processing using Spark structured streaming. Once the processing is done, then we write it to Lakehouse or Warehouse. It can be databases also, depending on what target do you choose. And the way we register Spark or the PySpark streaming application in Fabric is using the custom application. And this is what our architecture would be. We'll be reading from CSV file and we'll use the Python Kafka producer that we have used in the previous video. And using the Kafka protocol, we'll be sending it to the custom application. Using the custom application, this Python Kafka producer will send the records to Event Stream. Now from there, we will add the destination as a custom application also. And this custom application would be a Spark streaming application using Spark job definition that we have seen in Fabric. Now, how do we make sure that the Spark streaming application that we write, it is allowed to read from the event stream or it is reading from the event stream? And the way we do it is using the key. The moment we publish the event stream, it generates a key and we use the same key to embed that in the Spark application. So the method would be same. Obviously the syntax would be different. And I'll show you the syntax in Python. But before that, let us go ahead and create the event stream with custom application as source and custom application as target also. So this is the name 3am PySpark streaming event stream. And after creation, we'll have to add data sources and add targets also. The data source would be a custom application. And I'll not use schema association at all because if you are using Spark, then no schema association is needed, irrespective of whether you want to use Event House or not. If you are using PySpark end-to-end for stream processing without Event House, then schema association is not needed. But if you are using Event House in between, then of course you'll have to activate schema association and then the record would be sent to Event House. So this is the source that we have added. And similarly, we'll have to add a target and the target would also be a custom endpoint. And this is what the name would be and that's it. Now you see here, we cannot add any transformation here because if you are using a custom application as the destination or as the target, then there cannot be any transformation as such. So all the transformation has to be done using the custom application. And in most of the cases, or actually in all the cases, it would be Spark streaming application only. So now we'll have to publish this so that we get the key for the producer and the consumer, and we'll be using this key using the Kafka protocol. So in the source also we'll be using Kafka protocol, and in target also we'll be using Kafka protocol. Now let's wait for this to become active, and in the meantime let's go to the next slide.